G'day everyone, I have just flown into Jakarta specifically to get on board this Emirates flight to Dubai, flying in the first class cabin.
Thank you.
To say that I'm a little bit excited about this flight is an understatement. This is my first time flying first class in the Emirates suites on a Boeing 777-300. This flight cost over 4,500 Aussie dollars for a 7.5-hour flight. Instead of forking out all that cash, I used Qantas frequent flyer points. I had been saving my points for a special occasion, and after all the lockdowns in Australia, flying to Dubai first class was a bit of a treat for myself. It was a breeze to check in, with a dedicated queue for only 8 first class passengers. After I checked in, it was into the Plaza Premium Lounge to wait for the arrival of my flight. This is quite a nice lounge with large windows looking out over the airport so I could see my plane arrive. They do have a good selection of food in the lounge, but I was saving myself as I was expecting loads of food on board. Sorry for the spoiler alert, but let me tell you, flying first class on Emirates, you will not go hungry. There is so much food on offer. So here comes my plane for today's flight, the Emirates Boeing 777-300. This one joined the Emirates fleet in December 2014, so it's just under 8 years old. So let's get on board, check out the interior and the excellent service by the lovely Emirates flight crew.
Hello.
Thank you very much. Can I assist you to your seat? Just over here to your seat. Welcome back to first class.
Thank you.
I was like a kid in a candy store, with so much to explore in this first class pod, with my favourite feature, this personal minibar. The seat is one of the most comfortable airline seats I've ever sat in. There are controls next to the seat to move the seat in so many different positions for relaxing, total lay flat bed, and a setting for when you're eating. There is a very large TV screen, and next to your seat there's this nifty control panel to choose from the huge selection of recent released movies, TV shows and documentaries. Best thing about the control panel is you can bring up the flight map on it. So you can be watching a movie on the big screen and always have the flight map view next to you. And they have these top quality noise cancelling headphones that block out a heap of the aircraft noise. In front of the TV is this personal vanity mirror and also your amenities kit with moisturizers to use during the flight. And also this huge basket of snacks. I told you, you can't go hungry on this first class flight.
I would like to offer you our menu. We do have a wide selection.
Okay.
I suggest, why don't you try our caviar after takeoff with the Dom Perignon champagne.
Sounds good.
And I will leave this to you.
Okay.
The
Excellent.
last order would be an hour and a half before landing.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You will also find this nice Emirates embossed notepad and a good quality pen. I forgot to take this off the plane, so I guess I'm going to have to fly first class again to take my free notepad and pen. The crew came around and served some dates and some Arabic coffee,
I think it's the first time I've had Arabic coffee.
which looked weak but was super strong coffee. First time for me trying Arabic coffee. Then the good stuff started pouring. The cabin crew apologized to me that they only had a bottle of Moët and Chandon opened, but they would open bottles of Dom Perignon after takeoff. This is the first time I've heard someone apologize for serving Moët.
Enjoy. Thank you very much.
Another crew member came and gave me a pair of these lovely Emirates pajamas to wear during the flight and a pair of slippers. I still wear both of these at home. Now it is time to get in the air and fly. More of the excellent service to come, and I'll show you all the food that was served during the flight. Also, after takeoff, you can close the doors to your first class suite. For safety reasons, you need to leave these doors open during takeoff and landing. This flight is scheduled to take off at 6 p.m. We were delayed and took off after sunset, but I didn't even notice the delay. There was just so much to explore in the suite and all the goodies to enjoy. As promised, the Dom Perignon champagne was served after takeoff, and the cabin crew were not shy about coming and refilling my glass. I may or may not have drunk a bottle to myself. I lost count after the third glass. They then brought out the canapes of duck confit, parmesan and truffle arancinis, and poached prawn and guacamole tart. All very tasty, especially with the extra serving of Dom Perignon. They then served a big bowl of bread, along with the caviar to go with the Dom Perignon. This is only my second time eating caviar. I gotta say, this boy from Parramatta thinks they taste like fish eggs. Not bad, just a little salty. For the main meal, I had the seared beef tenderloin. They asked me how I'd like it cooked, so I presume there was a chef on board that cooks these steaks on the plane. I ordered mine medium and the steak was perfectly cooked. With the steak, I couldn't drink another glass of champagne, so I switched to an excellent glass of Australian red wine from McLaren Vale in South Australia. For dessert, I had the salted caramel cheesecake, which was delicious. With a full belly, I reclined my seat and finally switched on a movie to watch. As this was just a 7.5-hour flight, they did not serve a second meal, which is a good thing because I was still full from the 4-course meal after takeoff. About an hour before landing, they offered tea and coffee. I had a coffee, which they served with some excellent Scotch finger biscuits. So a big thumbs up for this excellent first class flight on Emirates Airlines. They say once you've flown business class, you don't want to go back to economy. Let me tell you, after this experience in first class, I don't want to go back to business class. There were so many different cabin crews serving in the first class cabin. There were at least 5 different crew members, and at various times during the flight, serving just the 8 first class passengers on board. All the crew were lovely and so professional at what they do. I love this flight and look forward to having another opportunity to fly first class with Emirates. Now sit back and enjoy the landing into Dubai International Airport with a flyover Dubai City. Thanks for watching and happy flying, everyone.